then they don't stop to reflect on, hey, is this actually working? They don't have the time, or they don't spend the time to actually look and dig into the data to see what could be improved or what conclusions they can take from that. It's usually like, okay, we got our ROI, return on investment back, so yeah, let's next thing. So you're basically in this rat hamster wheel where you just keep running, and you forget to stand still and look at your data. Hello, my name is Martin Reintjes. I live in the Netherlands and I'm one of the founders of Team Croco, a CRO agency that focuses on A/B test development and working with smaller e-com shops. And Team Croco is a remote team, which I love and love to experiment there. I kind of rolled into the CRO space. I have a lot of experience in working remotely, working with remote teams, working with developers, and I was talking with my current partners at Team Croco, who are running another CRO agency, Online Dialogue, in the Netherlands, and they were talking about, we have all these experiments that we want to run, but we don't have the development resources. And I said, okay, I can help you with those development resources. Let's create like a brand around this. So because there's a lot more agencies that need development resources for the tests they want to develop. So yeah, that's basically how things came about. I love experimenting. So everything I do, I try to reach as an experiment. So and A/B testing CRO is all about running an experiment, coming up with an idea like, hey, maybe if we change this, then it becomes the site will become better, or will convert better, or will make more money, or the user experience is better, or whatever. So then you change it and you look at the data and see if it actually was an improvement. And I like to run those kinds of experiments as well in my life, with like the food that I eat, or how I schedule my day, or how the places where I work, be it a coffee shop or be it in an office or whatever, and always try to measure how I'm feeling, how productive I am, how if it works what I want to do. So I like the culture of experimentation that's been really one of the drivers of the CRO space in the recent years. So I really love that. I'm personally not super involved in like the CRO work we do for our clients, but I do love to experiment a lot in the team that I run, to see how, as we're running a remote team, our company doesn't have any offices, so the whole company basically is an experiment, and I really get really enthusiastic about like all the little things that we can tweak and improve in the company, and all those things, like if I want to implement a new process, that's an experiment. I'm just going to write a hypothesis. I'm going to set up like a time frame, like 4 weeks. We're going to try this new process where we're going to report on such and such way, whatever. And after those weeks, we're going to reflect on that. Or maybe let's do like a virtual coffee meetup with 2 team members and see if that improves their team happiness or their personal happiness as a team member. There's stuff like these little tweaks that's what I really like about CRO. It's just always fun to look at a website and come up with all these ideas, and then actually I like the most fun I have is when I have a really good idea. I say, oh, this is gonna be a winner, and then it's not. What the hell happened? Why is this not working? So I like the experiments that actually don't perform better because they surprise me, and then I have to really assess what works or why that doesn't work and come up with an even better test. So there's a couple of directions here, especially the big corporates are now really understanding why it is important to run experiments in their company, on their websites, but more generally as well. So you see a lot of companies building up CRO teams or training up marketing development teams to also understand what conversion rate optimization is and start running experiments. So you see a lot more knowledge inside these big companies. And so that's one thing. And another section is the other side of the market, like the smaller companies are now running behind a bit because they don't have the resources to have whole teams around CRO, because it's a lot of work. You have to come up with like hypotheses and test ideas. You have to do the designs, the implementation, and the statistics around it. So it's a lot of work. So smaller web shops or smaller brands don't have those resources, and but there's also now better and better tools like Google Optimize, which is a free version, so that helps them do that as well. But then they still need the hours spent there, and that's also why we created the Team Croco brand for those kind of companies to help them basically 80-20 everything what the big corporates are doing. So we try to help them there as well, so they have the same resources as the big corporates do as well concerning CRO. There's two parts there as well. Development resources. It's super hard to get those resources. Developers to implement your test or implement your set up your analytics or whatever. So you have to really have dedicated people to run tests or to look at your analytics and to make decisions on that part on the data. And so it's actually just one major thing, because my second one was that people are like, for example, like a marketing manager or whoever is responsible for the website has a lot of tasks that are on their plates as well. So they have to run the advertising, they have to like look at the analytics, they have to do this, do that, run campaigns, and then they don't stop to reflect on, hey, is this actually working? They don't have the time, or they don't spend the time to actually look and dig into the data to see what could be improved or what conclusions they can take from that. It's usually like, okay, we got our ROI, return on investment back. So yeah, let's next thing. So you're basically in this rat hamster wheel where you just keep running, and you forget to stand still and look at your data. My primary motivator for myself to do things is freedom. I really love the ability to make my own decisions and to work whenever I want. And I see that in my team as well. So for remote teams, remote workers, one of their primary motivators to work this way is that they have the freedom to decide upon their own time. So if they want to start working early, they can start working early, take the afternoon off so they can have lunch with the kids or whatever, walk the dog, and then do a couple more hours of work. That's a lot harder in an office environment where everyone's working and you're expected to be there. Or if you want to have a haircut, you can just go away for an hour and then come back and make it up in the evening or in the weekend or whatever. So freedom is a big part of why people like to work remote, so they are more able to live the life that they want to live, or on the location that they want to live or work or are most productive. So not so much in that particular office where your company is based, but maybe they like to live in the countryside and the office is in the city. So now they don't have to commute and lose a lot of time there, which also ties back into the freedom of to choose how to live your life. So that's a really big addition on advantage of working remote.